You're about to see one of the most terrifying photographs ever captured inside a home. And the story behind it? It's not a horror movie. It's real. TikTok user Lady Marine 11, a Marine Corps veteran, recently shook the internet with a chilling tale that left millions of viewers horrified. It all started in a quiet neighborhood in Chicago. A friend of hers had been hearing strange noises coming from the attic above her bedroom. Scratching, shuffling, thumps in the night. She and her husband assumed it was raccoons, or maybe rodents nesting in the insulation. But they contacted their landlord multiple times, reporting what they believed was an infestation, but no one came. And the sounds only got louder, more deliberate. One afternoon while home alone, the woman felt a surge of unease. The noises were louder than ever. She decided to investigate, but cautiously. She didn't enter the attic. Instead, she climbed a few steps, extended a selfie stick into the darkness, and snapped a photo. What she saw made her blood run cold. There, staring directly into the camera, was a man's face, just 7 feet away, in her attic, while she was completely alone.
I'm about to show you one of the most terrifying photographs you've ever. So if you're easily frightened, do not watch this. A friend of mine lives in Chicago, and she and her husband thought that they had a family of raccoons living in their attic because they kept hearing all of these sounds upstairs above their bedroom. So they continued calling their landlord, kept reporting it, kept saying, hey, we've got an infestation of rodents or raccoons or something in our attic, and you guys need to come and get it taken care of. The landlord kept putting them off and kept saying, we're really busy. We can't get there. So the sounds would come and go. Sometimes it would be quiet up there. Sometimes it would be really loud. One day my friend is home alone. Her husband's out of town. And the sounds are particularly bad, worse than they've ever been before. And she's sitting there and she's like, what is going on? Like, what could there must be a million raccoons up in my attic. And so she decides to pull the access stairs down from the ceiling, and she's too frightened to go all the way up into the attic because the light that's up there is a cord light and it's a little ways, so she doesn't want to go into the attic, thinking it might be unsafe. So she just crawls up 4 or 5 stairs and just sticks her arm up into the attic and just snaps a photograph. She pulls her phone down to see what's actually living there. Warning. This is what is on her phone screen, staring back at her. He was 7 feet away from her when she took this picture. And mind you, she was home alone. So, yeah. She called the police. She reported it. The police came. They found him. They also found a bunch of, you can't really see it, but right here, there's like a pile of her husband's clothes. He had been going into their house while they were out and taking things, personal effects, articles of clothing, toiletry items. So he had been there for a while. I'd pass away.
She fled the house and called the police. What they discovered was beyond disturbing.
Okay, remember this story, the man in the attic that I shared a couple weeks ago? It's now been viewed by 14.3 million people. I've got more pictures. So when my friend called the police, they had to take photos for evidence. And so here you go. So this is the space with the clothes, his little sleeping area. Here he is laying face down with his hands behind his back. You guys, he was living in her attic for a year, 1 year, and he was stealing all of her husband's clothes. Why? Nobody knows. Probably pawning them. I don't know. I have no idea what he was doing with them. But he was sneaking down to their house, using their restroom, their shower, eating their food. He had been there for a year. And just in case you didn't get a good look. Like, imagine this person living in your attic. I cannot. And one thing I want to clarify is the original photograph has been edited. It's been lightened. It's been sent and emailed and text around hundreds of times probably. I lightened it to put it on the green screen so you could see clearly the photo. But she took that with a selfie stick. I thought she put her arm up in the base that she stuck up there, and when she pulled it down, she could see something, and she like lightened it, and that was him like shocked that, you know, her phone had been stuck up there. So it wasn't her arm, it was a selfie stick. He'd been there for 1 year, and he was sneaking down into their house and using their facilities, showers, taking personal effects, all kinds of stuff. She ran outside. She called the police. The police came. He had started to try to gather some things, change his clothes, and leave when she was outside waiting for the police, but they got there and were able to catch him. So this is the photo that the police took. It's maybe more horrifying than the original that she took, but very true story.
Sometimes the scariest things aren't ghosts, they're people.